All right, hey, what's going on, Freedomers? Okay, so men, I want to tell you why masculine frame, is so important. And before I start, I want you to get into this book called The Four Agreements by Don something, if that's his last name, Don M. And he says, and I think the first principle is don't take stuff personal. Okay? Four agreements, don't take anything personal. So I live with a woman. I pay my rent. We split the apartment 50-50. Right? She gave me an opportunity to live with her. And I took it. $800 a month for a room. She pays the other half. Cool. Opposed to my $1,200 a month that I was paying for the same utilities up north, right? About really about $900. Right? Alhamdulillah. Here I have all my bills paid, right? And I recently, she's a Pisces, Sag moon. So I've noticed, even with the flip, Sag sun, Pisces moon, very secretive people. Pisces people are very secretive. Now, I've noticed this. There really is a difference between secretive and reserved. Reserved is a person who keeps things to their chest, and they only share with people who are truly qualified to share it with. Secretive people are those who have things hidden from people. Like, it's not even known to anybody. Reserved people, usually, if you're qualified and they think and feel that you're a person they can share it with, they share. And sometimes they say in the most respectful manner, nah, I'm good, I don't feel like sharing that information, right? Secretive people are the type to say, secretive people are the type to say that it don't exist and try to make it known to you that it don't exist either. Even if it's an elephant in the room, right? And what I noticed while living with this Pisces, I've lived with the flip before, is she did something that triggered me that I have to really do a reverse action to than what I did before. Was she went to Ohio for 2 days, and she had somebody house sit from yesterday to, I guess, when she come back, right? Or I don't know what he's really doing there, but I'm assumptionally saying he's house sitting. And I'm thinking to myself, why? Why? What do you need him to house sit for? Like, I'm not even there 80% of the day, 60 to 90% of the day. But that's no here nor there. Her name's on the lease, and I understand, right? To that extent. I don't agree, but I understand that part. But she didn't even let me know his name. She didn't let me know who he was, what he's about, what he's doing. Like, she didn't even let me know what the purpose was of him living there for however long. And the way I'm uncomfortable, and I realize I'm not infuriated like I was before, I'm more uncomfortable with her and this person. And she's a very masculine woman. She has sprinkles of femininity, but she's a very masculine woman, especially with her moon in Sagittarius. I can make an issue where there is no issue, and here's what I mean by that. I've learned in your masculine frame, you must be stoic. And I want to tell, and I really actually want to get deep into stoicism in the next 10 years intentionally. And I want to say how important it is to be stoic as a man. It doesn't mean you don't feel emotion, but it means you feel the emotions and you act in the best logical manner. You act in the best way possible in accordance to what's going to get the best outcome. Not necessarily that's in accordance to your principles. That means that you don't let your feelings make you act out of principle, out of character, right? And when I was sitting with this, right, it makes me feel so uncomfortable. She even had the audacity to text me at work yesterday. Hey, is he in the house? And I really want to say, since I say frame, I really wanted to say, because this would have been out of my character, I really wanted to say, you're asking me if your friend that you didn't tell me about is at the house? Like he don't got a phone? He ain't letting you know he's there? And that also tells me the type of level of people she's dealing with. That why are you asking me? Not him. Why aren't you calling him and asking him, hey, are you at the house? Why are you texting me that? So, but frame says remain stoic, remain in control. I said yes. He said she asked, did he show up at the house? I said yes, yesterday. And he said not today. I said no. And I wouldn't know because I left the house at 11 a.m. Right? And she texted me around 8, 9 o'clock while I was still at work doing a 9-hour shift. Right? And I thought to myself that hold on, sorry. I thought to myself how inappropriate it is to say what I really felt. Because what I really felt like saying was, why is she here in the first place? But my frame wouldn't allow me to get out of character because she knows me to be a very nonchalant, not give a fuck person. Where I say, as long as you're not in my way, I don't give a fuck. So I acted as such. And I can't tell you, no matter how, there's a crazy amount of times I have been right. And because I refused to act out of character, I don't get in trouble. I don't rock the boat unnecessarily because her name's on the lease, and I've experienced with her on multiple accords, her pulling her dick out, for lack of better words, and trying to flex her muscle because her name's on the lease, and her trying to make me feel like she don't have to speak up, she don't have to talk, or not even just because her name's on the lease, but just like she don't have to talk. And that's her personality in general, but she did it one time in August, and I really thought to myself how and I'm really thinking about it over and over and over again, how inappropriate this situation, how she should be handling it. And I said, this is how you know this is a very emotionally immature adult, because I was like, yo, that's not how you handle it. Because we live in a 2-bedroom apartment where she sleeps in the living room, I guess. Also because I guess in the living room, I guess, where she and I live in the master bedroom, right? So we've lived together before, but not so close, where we basically are sharing the same space. And because we are both sharing the same space, because we are both sharing the same space, I don't want to make it an issue. Because we're sharing the same space, I guess you don't trust me, and because of her past pain and shit like that. So I get it. I understand. But damn, I'm gonna be late. God damn. But there's a way to handle it, and she did not handle it responsibly. And especially when you're in an intimate space, the way I was in an intimate space with her, the way I'm in an intimate space with her, right? And my frame won't allow me to take it personal. My frame won't allow me to get out of pocket and get out of character and release unnecessary amounts of emotion where all I can do is act very stoic, peep the game, and say, okay, I see what's going on. I see what type of character I see what type of time she's on. And it's not evil, but because I've seen this before, it doesn't get better. It gets worse. And she's going to play it out in different areas if I ever were to do anything with her. So, and I've seen it happen in little ways. And I said, I can't fuck with that non-integrity type shit. Or like lack of communication in that way. So I had to be quiet, be still, not take it personal, and still get my way. Because if I act out of frame, I will trick myself out of position. That's why your frame is so important. You don't want to trick yourself out of position because of how you feel. You get me? And so many, I've done it before. I made that mistake before, where I tricked myself out position because of how I felt. You get me? And that's, trust me, that ain't it. Do not trick yourself out of position because of how you feel. That's why you have to learn masculine frame. And I gave you that story to understand there are multiple envelopes in this story that I could lose. I could do it now. I could text her now, a long paragraph, because it really makes me uncomfortable. Because I don't know this man that's sleeping in the house right now. I don't know what he's capable of. Why? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know his name till yesterday. So keep your frame, because I'm still getting what I want. I'm still doing what I want, and that's it. So keep your frame so you don't trick yourself out of position.